Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solving literal equations, and we're told to solve for x. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now this is already part 2 of our video class. The part 1 of our video, we actually explained class with regards to literal equations. So if you want to learn more about literal equations, I will just put the link on the description down below. Feel free to see the video class. Alright, so I will give you 8 examples class for you to really understand this one. So let's start with example number 1. We have given x minus m equals n plus p. And then we're told to solve for x. We need to transform this formula. So let me just erase this one class so that we have enough space. Then later on class we'll be answering 5 to 8. So let me just erase this one class. Alright, so let's have example number 1. Let me copy the equation. We have x minus m equals n plus p. So therefore class, to solve for x, we can just simply add both sides by m, because negative m plus m, we can just simply cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only x. So this is the thing that you will do. Copy x, copy this one, negative m plus m equals n plus p plus m. Now you will be asking questions, sir, why do we need to add both sides by m? So that class you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only x. Now once you add m on the left side of this equal sign, you also add m on the right side to make the equation balance. And this is what we call class addition property of equality. So simply cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only x. Copy this one, equals n plus p plus m. That's it class. That's the answer with regards to example number 1. Solve for x, so x equals n plus p plus m. So this is our answer class with regards to example number 1. Alright, so let me copy the answer here. So we have x equals n plus p plus m. So let's box our answer for number 1. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so example number 2. So let me copy the equation. We have xy equals wv. So to solve for x, we can just simply apply division property of equality. We can just simply divide both sides by y. Divide by y so that you can cancel this out. Because y divided by y, we can just simply cancel this out. And we apply division property of equality. So cancel this out. Once you divide y on the left side of this equal sign, you also do that on the right to make the equation balance. So divide both sides by y, simply cancel this out, and the remaining expression will be only x. Copy equal sign, and then copy this one. wv over y. That's it class. That's the answer class with regards to example number 2. So x equals wv over y. Alright, so let's copy our answer here. So this will be x equals wv over y. Let's box our answer class. That's the answer with regards to example number 2. Alright, so let's have example number 3. So let me just erase this one. So let me copy the equation. We have cx plus d equals b. So therefore, to solve for x, we can subtract both sides by d, so that we can cancel this out. So this will be cx plus d minus d equals b minus d. Now you'll be asking questions, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by d? So that thus you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only cx. Now once you subtract d on the left side, you also do that on the right side. And this is what we call subtraction property of equality. So simply cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only cx equals b minus d. Now to solve for x, we can just simply divide both sides by c. Dividing both sides by c so that you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only x. And this is what we call division property of equality. So cancel this out and the remaining expression will be x equals b minus d over c. That's it. That's the answer with regards to example number 3. So therefore, our answer, we have x equals b minus d over c. Alright, so we apply subtraction property of equality and then division property of equality. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4. So let me just erase this one. Alright, so let's have example number 4. Our given equation, we have P equals Mn minus X. So we do have many solutions, class, to solve for X for number 4. So let's have two solutions to solve for X for number 4. So first solution, we can subtract both sides by Mn. So that, class, the remaining expression will be only negative X. So this will be P minus Mn equals Mn minus X. Question, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by Mn? Because Mn minus Mn, we can just simply cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only negative X. So cancel this out. We apply subtraction property of equality. So cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only negative X. So this will be P minus Mn equals negative X. Now, since, class, our X variable is negative, we need to multiply both sides by negative 1 so that it will be positive. Because negative times negative, that would be positive. So multiply both sides by negative 1. And then simply distribute this one. Okay, distributive property, because this is binomial, we have two terms. Multiply this one, distributive property. So negative 1 times P, that would be negative P. You can write negative 1P. Once again, that's negative 1 times P. That would be negative 1P. Okay, once again, you can write negative 1P, but it is just the same, class, with negative P. So negative 1 times P, that would be negative P. And then negative 1 times negative Mn. So once again, negative times negative, that would be positive. 1 times Mn, that would be simply copy Mn. Equals negative times negative, that would be positive. X times 1, that would be 1x or x. You can just simply write x. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 4. So we can arrange this one. We can write this one as x equals, we can copy this one. We have positive Mn minus P. This is just the same, class. Once again, class, this is just the same. So we have positive Mn minus P. Alright, so we can have this answer, class, first solution or the other solution, class. Once again, this is our first solution or the other solution. Once again, we apply subtraction property of equality to get the value of x. So this will be our answer. We have x equals Mn minus P. Once again, this is our first solution. Let's have our second solution, class. Alright, so let's have our second solution, class. So this will be the thing that we need to do. For our second solution, we can just simply add both sides by x. Because negative x plus x, we can just simply cancel this out. And we have x on the left side of this equal sign because P plus x, simply copy this one. You cannot add this one, class, because they don't have the same letter. So simply copy P and x. So therefore, we can add both sides by x. So this will be P plus x equals Mn minus x plus x. So that you can cancel this out. And we have x on the left side. So this will be P plus x equals Mn. So we apply addition property of equality. We add both sides by x so that we have x on the left side of this equal sign. Alright, and the next step, class, we can subtract both sides by P so that, class, the remaining expression will be only x. So subtracting both sides by P, so this will be P minus P plus x equals Mn minus P. Sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by P? So that, class, you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only x. So this will be x equals Mn minus P. That's it, class. You will have the same answer, class. So many solution for this one, class, to solve for x. So this is the other solution, class. Alright, you will have the same answer, class. So let's have example number 5, class. Example number 5. Alright, so example number 5, we have given equation. We have z equals mx plus y. So first thing to do, class, we can subtract both sides by y so that we can cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only mx. So this will be z minus y equals mx plus y minus y. Question, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by y? so that class you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only mx. And this is what we call subtraction property of equality. Once you subtract y on the right side of this equal sign, you also do that on the left side to make the equation balance. So cancel this out. So we have z minus y equals mx. And then to solve for x, we can just simply apply division property of equality. We can divide both sides by m, so that you can cancel this out. And this is what we call division property of equality. And then our answer, we have z minus y over m equals x. That's it. That's the answer with regards to example number 5. Alright, or we can write this one x. This is just the same plus x equals z minus y over m. This is just the same plus. Alright, so let me write our answer here. So we have x equals z minus y over m. So this is the answer with regards to example number 5. Alright, so let's have example number 6. Alright, so example number 6, let me copy the equation. We have xm equals n plus p. So therefore, to solve for x, we can just simply apply division property of equality. We can just simply divide both sides by m so that we can cancel this out. And this is what we call division property of equality. And that's it. That's the answer with regards to example number 6. We have x equals n plus p over m. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 6. Very easy, right? For number 6. So we have x equals n plus p over m. So this is the answer with regards to example number 6. Alright, so let's have example number 7. So example number 7, we have xm equals n over p. So therefore, class, to get the value of x, now since you have a fraction, once again, class, if you have a fraction, class, the first thing that you need to do is you need to eliminate the denominator, because it would be really complicated, class, if you're dealing with fractions. So first thing to do, class, we need to remove this denominator. Therefore, we need to multiply both sides by p. Because p divided by p, we can just simply cancel this out. So multiply both sides by p and then simply cancel this out. We apply multiplication property of equality. Once again, class, if you're dealing with fractions, class, if you have fractions on the equations, the first thing that you need to do, class, is you need to eliminate the denominator. You need to remove the denominator, class. And to remove p, simply multiply both sides by p. So cancel this out. And multiply this one. So p times xm. So this will be p xm. Or we can copy this one. So p xm. P times xm, that will be p xm equals, we cancel this out, so simply copy n. And then to get the value of x, or to solve for x, we can just simply divide both sides by pm. Divide by p and m, divide by p and m, so that you can cancel this out. Okay, we apply division property of equality. So divide by p and m, cancel this out. So divide by p and m, so the remaining expression, we have x equals n over pm. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 7. X equals n over pm. So x equals n over pm. So we apply division property of equality. Dividing both sides by pm, cancel this out, and we have n over pm equals x. So x equals n over pm. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 7. Alright, so how about you try this one, class? Number 8, you try this one. And then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, class, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.